change does not have to feel like a grind. Whether we're talking about health and fitness goals, we're talking about finding our soulmate, or taking our career to the next level, it doesn't have to feel like a grind and a massive hustle. In this video, I'm going to share with you a couple of ideas that have helped me create effortless change and motivation in my life. Those big ideas are going to be the 3-layer model and also the outside in versus inside out approach. Let's get started to helping you create effortless change and motivation in your life. The first big idea comes from James Clear in his great book called Atomic Habits. And what he says is that there's actually 3 layers to behavior change. The first layer is what he calls outcomes. So when it comes to any type of behavior change, there's some sort of an outcome that we're striving for. Some people may call this a product goal, an outcome goal. They may call it the leg measure, but it's something that we're working towards. It's some sort of a goal that we want to create in our life. The next layer to behavior change then is process. And process has to do with our systems. It's the habits. It's the things that we're going to do frequently. It's going to be the things that we do daily, weekly, monthly to help us achieve those outcome goals. And the third layer to this model of change is identity. And identity has to do with our self-image. It's the beliefs we hold about ourselves. It's the attitudes we hold towards ourselves. It's what we see ourselves as capable and worthy of having, really. It's our underlying beliefs. And what James says is that every behavior change requires these 3 layers. They're all important. But what he says is that most people, when they go to approach change, they approach change from the outside in. They actually focus on outcome first and they work their way in towards the middle. And this is absolutely how I approached my weight loss 3 or 4 years ago. I was focused on losing 50 pounds. And I was focused on the process of losing 50 pounds. I had my daily task list, the things that I was measuring and tracking, and the things that I was doing every single day and every single week to help me achieve that outcome goal. What happened though is that after I lost 60 pounds, it still felt like a massive grind. I was totally hustling to continue to maintain and continue to lose the more weight that I wanted to lose. But what in fact happened is I ended up gaining 15, 20 pounds the following year after having such an initial massive gain in my life. The missing ingredient was that I was focused on outside in for behavior change versus inside out. And inside out starts with identity. And what I needed to do to sustain that 60-pound weight loss and continue in my journey towards self-mastery and peak performance in health and energy is I needed to give myself an identity upgrade. I was still seeing myself as the fat kid. I was still seeing myself and believing my own abilities were not there, that this was always going to be a struggle. So I needed to start to see myself differently. And when I switched it, and started to focus on, I'm the kind of person who doesn't eat sugar, right? That's an identity upgrade. There's no decision there. I just don't do it. Everything became effortless and easy for me to stay motivated to actually make the change. To help bring this idea home, I'm actually going to read you a portion of this book so you can really get the idea of the power of identity. So imagine 2 people resisting a cigarette. When offered a smoke, the first person says, "No thanks, I'm trying to quit." It sounds like a reasonable response, but this person still believes that they're a smoker who is trying to quit smoking, right? They are hoping that their behavior will change while carrying around these same old beliefs about themselves, that I'm a smoker trying to quit. They haven't given themselves an identity upgrade. The outcome is still the same. They want to quit smoking. They're still trying to resist cigarettes every single day, but they haven't upgraded their belief or their attitude towards their self or the story they're telling themselves about themselves. Now, imagine this. The second person declines by saying, "No thanks, I'm not a smoker." No thanks, I'm not a smoker. It's a small difference, but the statement signals a shift in identity. Smoking was part of their former life, not their current one. They no longer identify as someone who smokes. Most people don't even consider the identity change when they set out to improve. And this is absolutely the key to making change long lasting and feel almost effortless. I mean, just imagine yourself in that scenario. Pick anything that you don't naturally do, right? If you don't normally drink and someone asks you to go get a drink, you just simply say, no thanks, I don't drink. So when it comes to my weight loss goals that I was shooting for, I became the kind of person who doesn't miss a workout. So every single morning, first thing I did when I got out of bed, I got into action and I started moving. So this is the 3-layer approach to long-term behavior change. All 3 elements are absolutely critical to to changing your behavior and getting the relationship you want and getting the fitness that you want and the career you want. But it's the approach to it. We want to flip it. Rather than going from outside in, which is what most of us do, we need to be moving from inside out and upgrading the beliefs and attitudes towards ourselves. In the next video, I'm going to share with you 2 ways that we can help us create that identity upgrade. I hope you got something valuable out of this. If you did, please like, subscribe, share with other people to help them create effortless change and motivation in their lives so they can be the best version of themselves and live a life that they absolutely adore. My name is Mage. I'll see you next time.